So, here we are today with Dr. Ellis and myself to talk about the history of FreeThinkRadio. So, we'll just start at the beginning. How did FreeThinkRadio start?
Oh, well, it started because Nelson was doing a show on N-Formed, and N-Formed was another online radio thing, and it was cool. Like, I didn't have any problems with it, and I ended up doing 2 shows there, and my second show went immediately fucking south, and I got thrown off, and Nelson got himself thrown off, and a couple of their hosts left, and me and Brian wanted to we're like, fuck it, this is easy, like, that isn't anything special, like, we can do this ourselves, and that's what we wanted to do. So we started it up, we just picked the fucking domain name pretty much right there. We got that $50 fucking prepaid fucking credit card at the gas station.
Yep.
And we went to Blings's there, and he had all of the radio end of it set up. We just needed a web page and a domain name, so I'm like, fuck it.
Who came up with the name?
I did.
You did? Okay. I didn't remember that. So it would have been like 2010? Or the very beginning of 2010, I guess?
Yeah. Or no, it would have been
2009?
It was before Christmas of 2010.
Okay, so the very end of 2009. This is when, almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah, because 2010 was it was a full year that we'd been actually doing it, because it took us until like New Year's or so to like get to the point where like we could actually kind of take it seriously,
right? Which
is something I never wanted to do.
But I do remember it was winter time when we bought the prepaid credit card to buy the domain name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just before Christmas.
So, right. So there was N-Formed. I mean, I guess it had occurred to me that you could have online radio before, but before we found out that Nelson did the show on N-Formed, I never really thought of it as even like something that people did.
I knew it was something people did, but like I always thought it was a lot more complicated than what it actually is, you know? Like, I thought there was a whole lot more to it, but no, it's just a fucking wizard behind a curtain, man, and it's
right.
It's all done. It's all done with a fucking credit card. It's all fully automated for the most part, except for stuff like this, which, you know, will eventually be automated because this isn't live.
So FreeThinkRadio, it wasn't really just an N-Formed spin-off. It was more of we wanted it to be, screw you guys, we'll make our own fucking station.
Well, yeah, I guess in spirit it was. That was like the catalyst. But like we didn't want it to be like that. That was the point to doing it ourselves. We didn't want to be like fucking hardcore Religitruth or fucking devil face in the chemtrails.
Well, exactly, because N-Formed was like very low tier tinfoil hattery. Well, like it was the bottom of the barrel of conspiracy theories. A lot of it
was. They had some really good people there. They had like 2 or 3 good people there. Wanda, who still hates me to this day, and I don't know why, was really good. Her and Justin did the Useless Eaters shows, and I Justin's not with us anymore. He passed away. He was really cool. And unfortunately, I also have to say fucking Chris Flowers. I was very entertained by Flowers the whole time we dealt with one another. And everybody else, though, at N-Formed were just fucking nuts. Like,
but we also met Lawrence McCurry through the N-Formed drama.
Oh, right.
Which is... the greatest thing to come out of the N-formed
Lawrence is so
circle.
much cooler than N-formed. I often forget that.
That was my favorite part of listening to N-formed, was listening to Lawrence troll the shit out of them.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard for me to fucking.
That was what made me think, wow, online radio could be kind of entertaining and interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, I got thrown out because I did a music show, and I was just talking about, just like protest songs and music, and then one thing, I don't know, I was talking about fucking Prince or something like that, because he has a weird symbol, and a tattoo came up. Somebody had an Eye of Horus tattoo. That's what it was, too. It was over a fucking tattoo. I tried to say that sometimes when people get a fucking tattoo of something, it's not like, some weird fucking Illuminati fucking symbol. They just think it's a fucking cool thing, and then they get it. And then all of a sudden, my mic went fucking dead, and I'm getting fucking yelled at off the fucking air about how I'm fucking promoting fucking...
the Illuminati or something?
Through fucking body fucking defecation, or I don't fucking know.
Right. So exactly. That's what I meant when I said N-formed had like a standard of pretty extreme tinfoil hattery.
It did. You had to go big or go home on N-formed, which I take my fucking hat off to, man, because like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work being that obnoxious all the time.
Right, and so that's okay, and then once we get to the end of the story, that will be a little bit of the irony, too, is that Freethink was supposed to be like N-formed, and that it would be, well, no, but in that it would be kind of open source, like people could call in,
That wasn't even like N-formed.
And we would host some of the same truther shows, but without that kind of censorship and without that kind of extreme... lizard people, Illuminati bullshit.
Yeah, like, I like a good conspiracy, you know what I mean? And some of it was just a bit much, like I don't even really want to bash N-formed, because, like, they had a market, and they had a fucking niche, and people were really into that sort of thing. It just wasn't for me. My problem fucking started with fucking Thor, the fucking god of awesome, or whatever he calls himself now, and to this day, I don't fucking hate the guy. Like, I wish him well and all of that, but he needs to put our past behind him so that we can,
But yeah, so anyway, FreeThinkRadio left some other characters behind and took some hosts from N-formed and brought in some new ones and started off as our own little platform. Yeah, run by,
that's the thing, is it wasn't run by anybody, fucking everybody. It was the open sourceness to it that was ultimately its downfall, how we decided to let everybody's opinion matter, which sounds a little harsh, but it fucking doesn't. It shouldn't have, but it did, and we let everybody give a shit when some people really had no reason to give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't give a shit. Like, even now, like, I don't fucking care what people do on FreeThinkRadio, as long as it's like, somewhat not fucking hateful or illegal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get fucking thrown in jail because somebody else wants to fucking, hate Jews or whatever the fucking modern fucking hate speech fucking standard is these days. Like, so I'm not down for that. Like, people can have their own opinions and shit, but it's got to be within the realms of non-waterboard. Like, I don't need to get my shit shut down.
Before we get into the lows, I guess, we can go, because there were some highlights, like some pretty cool things happened.
It was a lot of fun until it fucking fell apart. It was a lot of fun, man. We got to talk to a lot of really fucking cool people, like a lot of like high profile fucking cool people. You know what I mean? And it was like Jose Escamilla, Klaus Donna, fucking Amy Vickers was sent over to us by Lloyd Pye when Lloyd was still living, and Bill Hasung, fucking guy, did a documentary. Had Boom Potato Films contact us to review their documentary and talk about it. So we like just all kinds of people. Like I can just keep thinking of folks. There was the one guy.
And
the one Zeitgeister fellow was pretty cool. Phelps Roper.
Yeah.
Shirley Phelps Roper.
The most infamous of Freethink guests.
That was fucked up because, like, I remember, like, the week before, I was like, I'm going to tweet this bitch and see what happens. I was watching her on fucking CNN, and I was like, wow, like, I wish we could get that kind of fucking crazy on Freethink fucking radio.
And for anyone who doesn't remember or has never heard of her,
she's the fucking God hates fags people with the fucking banners and the protesting, the fucking soldiers.
The Westboro Baptist Church in Florida, I think.
I don't support her. I honestly did not think she was gonna fucking do it, man. Like, cause like I remember seeing her and people were like, "Oh, we got to get somebody on here." I'm like, I fucking know what to do, and I tweeted to her. It was something super simple. I was like, "Hello, would you be interested in speaking with us at FreeThinkRadio? Send." You know what I mean? And, like, within 24 hours, she got back, and she was like, sure, where and when, or she's, asked for basic details. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, I don't know. Like, hold on. Like, let me figure this shit out. I wasn't really expecting that. And so she come on, and I had Lawrence help me with that. And Lawrence did good, but for me, that was, like, one of the most embarrassing half hours of my internet life ever. Like I can't even listen to it. I've listened to that recording like twice, and every time I hear it, I get about 15 minutes into it, and I just want me to shut the fuck up. I'm just like, dude, stop fucking talking. But I don't. I keep going, and it's embarrassing. But it's on the archive. If you want to find that, it's in the special shows folder.
Yeah, it still does exist. Maybe one day we'll run it for posterity.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a note to anybody. If you ever want to have a religious debate with anybody, Shirley Phelps Roper is the wrong fucking person. Like, unless you have the Bible tattooed to the inside of your fucking eyelids, don't even bother, man. Like, that was hard. Like, she handed me, like, I just asked her like the worst fucking questions you could ask any.
Right, and then how did it end? She did hang up eventually, but she stayed on for like 45 minutes.
Like 32 minutes, I think.
Okay, almost 45 minutes.
I skipped through. I wanted to know exactly how long I put up with that. Somebody came on and asked them, like, do you people worship the devil or some shit like that? I don't remember who it was, but they came on and they just, because she was just... oh, dude, she's like, well, when you find that out, you could fucking call me back or something like that. And she hung up. Yeah, she rage quit the call, man. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's about time. I was like, oh, I couldn't. It got to a point, even for me, that I just couldn't wait for it to end. You know what I mean? And Lawrence had a bunch of questions, and he had her talking, but I was part of the call, you know what I mean? So, like, I just wanted it over so I could, just, like, stop talking to Shirley Phelps Roper. Yeah, but that was like, actually one of our first high-profile guests. Like, that's what showed me that it was actually pretty easy to approach folks and just say, hey, can we talk to you about whatever? And as long as I used, like, big words and commas and shit, a lot of them would say yes.
Yeah, I was surprised, too, how easy it was to get guests on that we'd heard, like, either on Coast to Coast or Alex Jones or even on, like...
I remember one time we tried to
he tried to call Alex Jones.
We managed to get his radio station, and we were listening to it live on the radio, so every time he'd say call in now, we'd fucking try to call in. But I think it was because we had a Skype number that the people at the switchboard were like, no, we're not fucking doing this. But I think if we could have got in from like a cell line or something like that, which I might try again in the future, but... Yeah,
hey, we could do a round 2. Alex Jones is still on the air.
I don't think Alex Jones listens to Freethink Radio, but we'll try to call in one time.
But hey, man, Alex Jones has done some, I don't know, He's done some fairly obscure YouTube interviews, I think. But anyway, that was another, we tried and failed with the Jonesy.
Yeah, he wasn't having it.
But, so, I mean, it was, we built it up to a fairly significant level over the first year. Everything was, still good fun for the most part.
Well, yeah. It was all fun until... Oh, fuck. I don't even know when, we did, the first time we tried to do this, we had a bit of a scale to it. But, really, I don't even know where the tipping point was. I just remember I was sitting there and I was listening to one of the shows, and then I was like, what the fuck, this is this is like some fucking serious fucking North Korea style fucking propaganda fucking mill I run here, what the fuck? Because I'd been told a few times that, oh fucking I'm not needed, or why the fuck am I even fucking saying it? And I'm like, what? This is mine and my fucking cousin's, my fucking girlfriend's webpage. What the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, you fucking Nazi. And I was just like, fuck, man. Where did these people even fucking come from? Because, there was a good 4-month period where I just fucking did nothing. I got tired of emailing guests and shit. And, I knew that we'd picked up some new hosts and this, that, and the other thing, but a lot of these people, were just fucking obnoxious. They thought they were Jonesy. Some of them fucking literally thought they were fucking George Noory and fucking Alex Jones's fucking love child or some shit. And that's when I started getting pissed off about it. I think that was when it stopped being fun. Almost, quarter way into year 2. I was like, this is getting fucking retarded.
Yeah, it was definitely about the beginning of year 2 that I started realizing the crazy levels had gone off the charts. And, stopped really being, comfortable being associated with it.
It was starting to get awkward because, some people, had some very, very weird views, and, they had some very real online enemies and shit, and some of that was coming back on us. Even with, the Shirley Phelps fucking interview, people were like, oh, fucking, we should fucking see who sponsors these guys, and people, started to think, started accusing us of, being, fucking co-intel and fucking shit like that, and we were fucking funded by the fucking Soros or the fucking Rockefellers or some shit. I'm like, this, look at the fucking webpage. Does that look like we have a fucking multi-trillion-dollar family fucking backing us? Fucking give your head a shake.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes, yes. Yes, we are. We're shills trying to silence the opposition. That's why all you people are going to be allowed to live today now that you found us out. Because, oh, you got us. It's a master plan funded by the fucking world elite, but here you are, a crackpot of fucking sleuths on the internet. You fucking got me. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Things so outlandish that you wonder if they're trolling you or not. If it can even be serious or for real.
The trolls are still my friends. Those are the ones
But I mean, when someone says that Nelson, for instance, actually works for Fox News.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Somebody made a clever meme or something like that. And it wasn't even, it was just enough. It was just enough to get the right group of 3 people to believe it. And then for a week, everybody's like, oh, Nelson works for Fox News. He's a plant for Fox News. They're fucking mainstream media. Fucking FreeThinkRadio isn't independent. And Nelson was like, what the fuck? And he played it up because he thought it was a joke for a bit. So he was like, you're fucking right over Fox News. But he didn't know that people thought it was serious, like, and that was the thing. That was when I realized, like, holy fuck, man, people are taking this, like, not only way too seriously, they're taking it the wrong fucking way. Like, this isn't what FreeThinkRadio is supposed to fucking be.
No, and there also started being, like, all kinds of unpleasantness around even the open source idea and the idea of, like, an open platform.
Yeah, like, that's when I started putting the fucking kibosh on that. And that's when I really started getting shit, because, like, I didn't want just anybody to have a fucking show anymore.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was too fucking late. Like, all I did was keep new hosts from fucking taking new shows. Like, you know, like, the ones that were there weren't fucking going anywhere, which was fine. Like, none of them liked me really. Well, a couple of them, we get along now, but I haven't spoken to most of them since. And, yeah, it was just a fiery ending for the first round of FreeThinkRadio, man.
Yeah, so, by the end of year 2, well, even before the end of year 2, we kind of just let it go and let it just run out its time. we stopped paying the bills, because fuck them, we weren't needed. Like, all right, fuck you. Well, weren't needed and didn't really want to hang around a place that had become kind of taken over and known for people that believe in lizard people and think the Jews run everything. And
I remember that too. What was her name?
That's, you know,
Susan
that's
Thomas,
kind of
Colleen Thomas. Who's that galactic?
The Palladian lady?
Yeah.
Who fucking she could talk to aliens, but she has to have her tits out or something.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I remember she was on the Open Forum.
That's a good gig.
Your show a few times too. I still have her. Like, I have all those people in my Skype. Like, I still have, like, a very impressive fucking contact list for FreeThinkRadio. And only really Phelps blocked me. She's the only one I can't just say, hey, how's it going? Because I remember when Fred died, it was not that I was paying attention, but it was pretty big news. Like anybody who knew who the West, like, you're just like, oh, fuck, finally, he's fucking dead. I actually sent them a little email. I was like, oh, sorry to hear about your loss, you know, fucking, you know, good luck and shit. Like, I said something nice to them, and they're like, oh, thank you. And then next time I looked at them, I was blocked. So fuck them, you know. It's not like they're good people anyway.
And Blings too. I mean, we can't speak for Blings.
No, he was. I know.
I think he was maybe even the first one to be like, this is getting too fucking much.
I know that when Lawrence got fucking Lord of the Flies, when they run Lawrence out, like, I know that was Blings was like, fuck it. That was when I can assure you we were all fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was the thing. It was like they were all deciding what, you know, people were allowed to call their fucking shows now, and how people were supposed to conduct their shows based on the chosen title of their fucking shows, and there was
infighting.
Yeah, and I was supposed to be the fucking Nazi.
So I guess it would have been 2011 or so that the first version of FreeThink ended.
Yeah.
Yep. And was it even a domain name for the whole time in between?
Yeah, the domain expired sometime in like 2012, and they wanted like fucking $45 for it, and I was like, fuck that. And then for some reason in 2013 it was back down to like $11, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So I bought it back. And I was like,
it's a reasonable price for my own.
So I was like, all right, let's fucking try this again then. And yeah.
But it didn't even stream anything until
it did. It streamed. Did it ever? Did it stream Phil Hendry? It did for a bit.
Yeah.
No, the YouTube. They kicked me off of YouTube for fucking uploading Phil Hendry fucking videos. So I would like to play Phil Hendry, but since he's clearly a dickhead about his fucking shit, I'm not going to. Unless, you know, like, he might not be a dickhead in person, but as far as my YouTube account was concerned...
Or whoever runs his YouTube account might be the dick.
They were quite the dickheads about it. So, yeah, I'll fuck it. I still love Phil Hendry. He's on some radio station somewhere. Look him up. It's funny
fucking
shit.
Hilarious. Yeah, if you've never heard it before, you have to. No spoilers. That's
so there's
all
my
I'll say.
free shout out for no reason in the
to
middle
the guy
of
who fucked your YouTube.
Yeah, in the middle of a fucking history of FreeThinkRadio.
Anyway, right. So, but you did run streams on it right away?
Right away, yeah. It streamed Ataya, Chillmind, Neon Steve, and one other of those they're all on Bandcamp. I can't remember. I only had like 4 or 5. Animal Nation.
Oh, right. Yes, I really like Animal Nation.
Yeah, because like I just started emailing bands because like I knew that was the only way I could play music is if I had like the express written permission. So I just started emailing. I started listening to music on Bandcamp that I wanted to play, and the stuff I liked, I emailed them. And those guys got back to me. They were like, hey, yeah. Actually, no, I think Chillmind, I think one of them, well, Rain Dragon Records in Vancouver told me that I was free to play their entire catalog, too. So any of the Rain Dragon stuff that's up there, too, that was the stuff I was playing. Just remember I told you about that. I was like, look, Rain Dragon Records told me everything.
Okay, so then when did the SOCAN license kick in? That wasn't until just like 2 or 3 years ago.
When I met DJ Horde building a fucking private school in Shawnigan Lake, he told me about his buddy that owned Broken Neck Radio in Victoria. It was a heavy metal station that had a SOCAN license. And he told me to talk to the guy there, and I emailed him about it, I think, and he sent me back. He's like, yeah, just fucking go to the website and apply for it. Like, all right. So that's what I did. And then I got the SOCAN license. And then I immediately uploaded every fucking punk rock fucking band I'd ever fucking heard of. And I played that. No, because after, for a bit, then I started uploading like the Oogle Punk. I started uploading like Days and Days. And Night's Gone, and who are the other ones? I don't like them so much.
Ghost Mice?
Railyard Ghosts.
Oh, Railyard.
They're alright, but
Right. So SOCAN makes it so that FreeThinkRadio can play like copyright material.
Yeah, I can play, as long as like I'm not... Because it's a 22F. It's just for like personal use and streaming. So like it's just me playing music I like for these bands because I like them. You know what I mean? And then all the DJs and the people that do shows here, like I don't govern what they do or they say or they play. So I don't know how that works.
Well, I imagine it.
Probably
as
not
far as any music that they play, it's covered by the SOCAN. But yeah, so then when did FreeThinkRadio get its first podcast back? I mean, there were a few like live streams here and there. There were a few like special events.
Well, yeah, we still did.
We did.
Me
like
and
a
Nelson
reunion live stream.
Still do. Oh yeah, we did. Well, that was like the first big live thing. That was when Justin died, and Pam got a hold of me, and she's like, "Do you know when?"
There was one before that too, though.
No.
Like with Lawrence and.
No.
Wow. No. Okay.
No. Pam got a hold of me, and she did the whole. Do you know anybody with a radio stream that could host a live memorial call? And I was
right.
Like,
hint.
Yeah.
Hint.
So like I did that, and it was all right. Like, you know, we all got along and stuff. I don't want to drag Justin into this. But yeah, that was cool. Like, I liked doing that.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, that's what got a lot of people that forgot how to talk into the internet interested again. And that's what got me doing the thing again too, because like I had to set it all up and, you know, set up the mix, and I just didn't want to fucking do that. I just wanted the auto DJ and play music. But yeah, so that's what kind of got the ball rolling for the podcast.
Yeah, and then Blings did a kind of random interview that's still up on the YouTube page.
Oh yeah, the Huey Squire interview. Yeah, he was something else, man. I really like Huey.
Where did you find him on the internet exactly?
I don't fucking know, man.
Or did Brian find him?
No, somebody introduced him to me. And I was like, fuck yeah, like I want to talk to you on the radio. But like I don't talk well, as most people are gonna hear when they listen to this. So like I can't do interviews like that, because I'll just trip over myself and I'll fucking ask stupid questions for 10 minutes. So Billings wanted to do it because he started talking to him right away too, and Billings is like, okay, I'm gonna fucking set up a time, and I'm like, okay, you do that, because like I wanted to hear what this guy had to say, and I was kind of cool with it, fucking going down on FreeThinkRadio, and yeah, fucking Huey, man, Huey Francis world. Ryan Squire, look him up, and yeah, man, he's got some fucking cool stories, man. I have that whole interview. It's in the archives if you just want to listen to that. We tried to have Nelson talk to him. Nelson doesn't play well with others, so that went south, and that was kind of the last time I talked to Huey. Merry Christmas and happy birthdays and stuff, but yeah, he was in the hospital for a bit. He's doing better now, so like I don't know if he's up to doing radio. He's been doing what he's been doing for a really long time, so he could be getting fucking sick of it too, right? So but yeah, I'd talk to Huey again, man. I like Huey.
Yeah, and then so there was a few like random podcasts and live streams here and there. But
yeah, well,
like,
those were like just Skype calls where me and Nelson would just
random Skype.
We'd
calls.
Start off talking about something, and then it'd be like, all right, I gotta go to the store get smokes, and then we just like turn our cameras off and not say anything for 20 minutes. But yeah, we were doing that on YouTube too. We were simulcasting, so when we had good internet.
Right. Back in the good internet days.
Yeah, we were simulcasting on FreeThinkRadio and to the YouTube. So we'll probably start doing YouTube stuff again. Kind of neat.
Yeah. Well, this show goes on the YouTube every Tuesday.
That's good.
So then, but what's the first actual show that FreeThinkRadio got back?
It's time for the show.
It's time for the show, and it only started not that long ago.
A couple months ago, I think. 3 months now, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no real concept of time, so.
Yeah. Before Christmas, maybe after Christmas. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been so good that I don't even notice the time go by.
That was like totally a Twitter thing too. I was just getting like frustrated with FreeThink because we'd had a lot of people fucking, say they wanted to do shows, and it was all very like, fucking back office kind of thing. I really wasn't flogging for fucking hosts, and I was like, I had a couple of times. I posted a couple of times, fucking looking for people with, interesting shit to talk about or whatever. But I just like, fucking, who wants to do a live show on FreeThinkRadio? And fucking Fid Chuli just fucking, I do. And that was good enough for me. Like, I'm like, okay, good. I set him up, the DJ account and all of his password and shit before I even responded to that. And what I responded with, okay, well, here's your DJ account. This is your login. This is your password. Here's the website you're going to go to. This is Mix. I use Mix. And I just started talking to him like we'd been friends for fucking years, because at this point, look, this is how I do it. I don't know how you want to do it, but this is how I do it. You know, welcome to the club. So yeah, I just basically told them, this is how it works. Good luck. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into there. But, you know, it was kind of cool, and I'm glad I did. You know, it was like, I paid my subgenius dues. I'm down with Bob. Have been since just post the first X day. And so like, it was kind of cool the first time I talked to Fid, because like I was like, oh my god, like this guy's like fucking for real, like he's gonna start, because like nobody had ever actually taken the DJ account and then told me they were having problems with it before, because nobody had ever tried to use it. And I was like, what? Okay. And yeah, and these guys fucking Dr. Argus Fox and Fid Chuli. There's Doc Fox on the right angles, and the Truly Chulies, and they're all down there in Orlando, Florida, out of the fucking Hypercube.
Don't forget Peas.
And Peas, yes, we're always so mean to Peas.
How could you forget Peas?
Fucking the real Utah Peas.
So, but did Fid Chuli tell you what time for the show was before the first time for the show?
I had no idea. I'm pretty sure he'd said something to the likes of, I'm gonna have a friend on, and it's just gonna be like daytime style nonsense or something like that, but at night. I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, I didn't really have an idea of how very hypercube subgenii it was going to be, and it is very cool, man. I had no idea, and I'm very, very thankful to have them aboard, because it's, you know, it's very entertaining. Like I get quality fucking radio at least once a week, and it's fun.
I enjoy it. It's great. Everyone should check it out. Time for the show.
10 o'clock p.m. Monday Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, man.
Time for the website.
They had Stang, Philo Drummond on, the founding fathers, the Church of this. I don't know if that's the title they go by. I don't know.
Patriarchy. Dare I say of the subgenius?
I'm not good with titles. All I know is they're the ones that make all the shekels of the church. Well, most of them. They got the shekel ball rolling. And for that, it's like fucking, hey, thank you. That's also been quite entertaining for the last 20 years or so. Since I picked up my first book of the Subgenius, it's just about fucking 20 years.
And then Time for the Show led to the Anti-Social Engineering podcast coming to
Oh no, man! Fucking Fid and Fox were fucking. They found both of those other two shows, I do believe. They say, hey, there's another Subgenius out of Canada. A guy in Montreal was somewhat cool.
Oh, nice! I didn't realize Share a Slice was also Subgenii.
I believe so, because like I didn't. Like, this is gonna sound very lazy of me, but I haven't looked for anyone else since Fid has graced me with his presence. It's exhausting just dealing with those guys, to be honest with you. They not that I have to deal with them, but it's just, you know, being in the hypercube chatter cube, you know, it keeps me awake. Keeps me going. I don't know. I would like to get more stuff, more live shows. I'd like to start doing a live show. I'd like to do live music. I'd like to do a lot of stuff with it. But the thing is time and patience and people. Like, you know, the times, it's the people. You know, it's hard it's hard to find the right people that want to, collaborate on things like that, and then to get them and the time, that's the unicorn of fucking online fucking radio right there, you know what I mean? Like, shit's hard to pull together. Like, everybody wants to do something, but, like, not everybody's got the same time. Like, everybody's got a couple of hours, but not everybody's got the same couple of hours, and that's, that's like the big obstacle.
Right. Well, the internet's great for finding people to collaborate with, but they're all in different fucking time zones.
I don't even have time to communicate with most people half the time, though. That's the thing. That's been one of my big drawbacks. Is just having a real life job and stuff, and trying to make all of this, fucking trying to juggle all of this is tough, because, like, I can't just look at my fucking Twitter and my email all day and fucking, do research on people to talk to, or fucking invite people with, fucking podcasts to fucking talk, or, it's like I got shit to do. So that's been like my big obstacle, and why I've been so fucking lazy. 'Cause it's just hard to, because, like, it's kind of like going back to the point of, like, the half year of the first FreeThinkRadio, where it could be something again. It's turning into something. It's almost out of my hands again, and that's, but this time it's a good thing. This time it's almost out of my hands in a good way.
Well, it's got some new things. The website.
Yes,
new
Guru
website.
Drew from the Future Logic Development Corporation has designed me a new web page. He's set up a forum for me, because I'm horrible with that kind of stuff. My HTML is good enough to pimp out a MySpace, but, like, that's where it ends. Like, I don't do PHP or that kind of weird, coding abbreviation stuff. Like, I just don't. So, I have a web server that is capable of all of this stuff, and on which I also have some video game things that we host. The Takagi's Treasure page, the Takagi's Project Zomboid server, I believe, resides there as well right now. You can check all that out at takagis.ca. That's all managed by another old friend of mine, Fenris Wolf, on the West Coast. He is a true wizard behind the fucking curtains on all that shit. He manages that, like, flawlessly, and I thank him profusely for all the work he does on that server. And but yeah, he's swamped with his own things. So the Future Logic Development Corporation there, they stepped in, and they agreed to help me get a website and forum up and going, and that's there now. So if you go to freethinkradio.com, you can see the new to come web page. It's still it's still got its paper wrapper on it, but it'll be fixed up soon. And the forum, once I figure out how to make a members only section, will also be available very soon. But the forum is up and it is running. It does exist. That's exciting.
It is exciting. That's something we've wanted to have for a long time. That's something I always wanted on the old web page.
Yeah.
Was a proper forum.
But it's just too damn hard to set up. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, some new artwork too on the way.
Yeah, that's all done.
Possibilities of new stickers and swag with new artwork.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to use the artwork as, like, Dr. Ellis for me, or for, like, the web page in general.
Yeah.
I think I'll just keep it for me, and I'll get a new logo made. I'll send that dude another $100 and be like, hey, how would you like to make me a logo? Who is Spooky Show Tunes? You can check him out on DeviantArt. He makes just some phenomenal fucking caricatures. He did me my Grim Bunny and the Pale Horse logo, which is awesome. So yeah, Spooky Show Tunes. Have a look at him. Be pretty cool. Or her, I'm not sure. I'm not assuming anybody's gendered. I overly care, but I don't know if they are offended. I don't want them to be, because I need them to draw me some more stuff for shekels. So yeah.
Well, and speaking of shekels, just to be typical internet content creators, we made a Patreon.
I did, but yeah, I'm not really flogging that right now. If you find it, there's only a couple of levels. I haven't even checked it. Like, I could be, like, have defrauded it long ago because somebody gave me $1 and I didn't do anything for it. Because, like, it's, I don't know. I don't make shekels doing this. Like, I might start to try, but it sounds like a lot of headache. Like watching what's happening to people on the internet these days. Like, it almost doesn't seem to be even like a good idea. But as of now, it's just a very involved and getting expensive hobby. As it is. That's what it was supposed to be in the first place. It was supposed to be like just like an online UHF, just a bunch of weird shit, people coming and going, doing shows, or fucking playing a fucking kazoo into a microphone, or like whatever the fuck. And so that's that's kind of what I'd like to see again. Was that a lot of likes?
If you have to ask.
I don't know.
But yeah. I mean, it's still open.
Yeah, like if somebody wants to do something on Free Think Radio, all they gotta do is like email me or message me on Twitter or some shit like that. And the email I try to stay on top of. The Twitter I check every day because it's easy. There's an app I can swipe through, and there's a little envelope that tells me, hey, somebody's talking directly to you. And I'm like, oh, hey. Then I can check those. So Twitter, yeah, just message Free Think Radio, I guess.
Yeah, because
it's the easiest way. There's also an email. There's Dr. Ellis at freethinkradio.com. But, I checked it today. But that was like the first time in a few days.
But, yeah, definitely, whether it's art or music or a show/podcast idea, all are welcome.
Yeah.
Not all will necessarily. If you're gonna bring us back to the days of
I don't want to talk
the
about
lizard people run the world, you're probably not going to get a response.
Yeah, like it was very interesting back in like 2003 and shit. But if you just want to tell me all about how fucking jet fuel can't melt steel beams, just get fucked, okay? Like, I don't want to hear it any fucking more. Like, I'm very sure you have some compelling fucking stories and YouTube videos that you think maybe I haven't seen or something. But really, like, I am so fucking beyond that fucking shit. Like, I don't even, like, it hurts to look at. Like, I still see it coming up on Facebook and stuff like that. And I actually facepalm. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, still... Like, it's 2018. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, how do people not see that now they're just being fucking had? Now people are actually making money off of the gullibility and stupidity of an entire new generation. Like, the people making money off of fucking 9/11 now are the fucking truthers. And it doesn't fucking matter to them. They don't have to fucking provide any new fucking content anymore. Every conspiracy about 9/11 has been pretty much fucking tabled at this point. And all they have to do is copy and fucking paste it. And a new fucking bonehead would be like, oh my god, there were no planes at 9/11. And it just perpetuates the fucking bullshit. And I was sick of it then, like, I'm like, okay, can we talk about something else? Like, there's other conspiracies, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you watch the X-Files, there's all kinds of shit going on all the fucking time. But if you listen to FreeThinkRadio, there's 9/11 and there's fucking chemtrails, and they're all fucking put on by the lizard people. You know what I mean? There's 3 fucking things. That's it. That's all that happened at FreeThink fucking Radio. And there's got to be more than 3 things at fucking FreeThink Radio. So if you've got stories of 9/11, fucking tell them walking.
Well said.
Yes. You know, for real, man. Like, fuck. Like, we got like a couple of people that, you know, that handle that kind of thing, and they're going to be doing shows. They're approaching it from a very fucking research-oriented point of view. They're not going to fucking call me a fucking paid fucking sheeple or anything like that. They're going to do their show. They're going to have fun doing it, and that's good. They're the conspiracy guys. People are going to ask them questions about conspiracies and stuff, and not just start their own groups behind the scenes at FreeThink Radio. You know, it's not gonna happen. Maybe now I'm being paranoid, but
oh no, they got to you.
It did, man. It did. It fucking the first round of FreeThink Radio destroyed Truthing for me.
Well,
it just made it really made me fucking realize how big of a fucking, to quote Harry Link, how big of a fucking shit smoothie it really fucking was. Or maybe that's even to quote fucking Rev J. Who knows? But to quote one of them 2 people, it's a fucking.
To quote Lawrence, it's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. Or is Lawrence? Is it Lawrence's shit smoothie?
I don't know.
Remember. But that's what it is, man. Like, it's a bunch of fucking shit all whipped together. You know, some of it wasn't right, but now it looks tasty, so there it is. You know what I mean? Like, there's your shit smoothie. Fucking get it into you. And that's what the fucking truth movement fucking was, and always fucking will be. It's just a giant fucking circle jerk of people saying, oh yeah, that's totally true, yeah. You know, like, just for no other reason than they've been in it so long, it's hard to... It's a fucking hard fucking closet to go back into, man. Like, fuck.
I guess there's definitely that part of it. I mean, you have to be pretty committed to some of these ideas to even, you know, publicly stand by them, I think.
Yeah, to just fucking fly at it without any kind of research or background into it. It does. It takes a special type of fucking dumbass. Like, you know, like, he's not mentioned with the hosts from, but another, Harry is one of the dudes that we'd, but he was one of the ones that were on the fringe of, is this too crazy? But he always had like little news snippets or like something he would read, and then he would go off on his tirade. Like, that's what I always liked about Harry, is he would start with something that happened yesterday and then explain it in Illuminati terms. And that was, like, I think if we would have gotten Harry way back at the beginning, I don't think we would have really picked up anybody else, because, like, he would have been like, no, fuck these guys. You know, we would have been, oh, man, Harry don't like you, fuck off. You know, like...
Well, I mean, what it kind of made me realize that, you know, there's legitimate kind of, there's a line, you know, of
we didn't get
conspiracy.
Harry from N-Formed either. Harry at the one point was coverups.us. Like, he'd had his website shut down.
Yeah.
And he was looking for another place to stream while he was setting his stuff back up. And
Harry was a serious independent, like, commentator / online journalist.
Truth Broadcast Network.
Yeah, I mean, and exactly, he had been doing his own thing for at least a few years before he came to FreeThink Radio, but... I mean, like you said, he was definitely at least more kind of current events based. He didn't get off into the esoteric, fucking arcane... secret Illuminati knowledge type bullshit so much.
But he was that off and left field we wanted. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he did video and stuff. That was the one thing that we weren't really capable of doing, which is something that we'd like to start doing, is video streaming. But that's where
that's a distant kind of.
That's where FreeThinkRadio
landmark.
would have to be generating shekels to support its own weight at that point, because like I'm not gonna do.
But that would be like an ultimate goal, to be able to have a video streaming platform.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. Well, no, the ultimate goal would be actual real radio.
Like terrestrial radio?
Yeah, like that would be, really like get off of, stay on the internet, but also.
Well, what about analog TV?
TV would be cool. I would like to do a UHF channel.
Because they took it off. Canada doesn't broadcast analog TV signals anymore. It's only digital. They switched it a decade ago.
They still have. You can still get TV with rabbit ears. Don't let people fucking tell you you can't. You still can.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they turned it off.
I had, how many little rabbit ear TVs did I have in my fucking grandma's kitchen when you met me?
I don't know.
I used to watch them.
But anyway, yeah. That would be an interesting endeavor.
It would be something to look into. Maybe that would be
bring back fucking cable TV.
Well, no,
local
local
the Ottawa what was it? The local RO or whatever that Tom Green was on when he first started out.
Yeah, the new RO.
The new RO, that was it.
Yeah, or like fucking Check 6. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I just burnt myself on an incense stick. You probably heard that. But yeah, no, I think video streaming is just kind of like one of the next logical steps. It's not really like an ultimate goal, but yeah, it's not a cheap one, and maybe that could be a use for the Patreon. Fucking rethink fucking video stream. You want to see fucking people do videos here at FreeThinkRadio?
Yeah.
Fucking give it your fucking shekels, because like I'm not making them. I don't want your shekels. They'd be nice, but I don't really do anything but put this out there. So if I can get my shekels back that I could put in, that's great. I just like being included. I do. I just like being a part of something. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I
don't
feel similarly.
I don't play Dungeons and Dragons or fucking Magic cards or anything like that. So I'm not gonna go join a chess club or anything. So fuck.
Well, and I always thought it would be cool to make, like back in the day, I thought it would be like a magazine, but now online makes way more sense. But I always thought it would be cool to make a magazine where it was just open to whoever to send in their stuff.
Well,
and it would just get published every month or whatever.
That's a very shekel-based endeavor as well.
No, I had it all priced out and everything. I could print like a 15-page newspaper for like, I think it was like, it's under 1,000 copies, but yeah, for like $100 and something bucks every time.
Well, maybe.
But I never ended up doing it. But I always thought it was a cool idea.
Well, maybe that's the next thing we should try to do.
Well, that's definitely if there ever is an active Patreon, that's definitely something I'd like to do as a reward for Patreons, is FreeThink newsletter.
Well, I think we should just put one together immediately anyway.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good start.
We can set a thing up in the forums for newsletter submissions.
All right. So you heard it here first. Coming soon to the brand new forum will be a newsletter submission section.
Yes.
Or topic. I still don't know all the forum jargon.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm new to this kind of thing because I don't manage online stuff. But yeah, see, this is why I don't do shows. If you're ever wondering now, why don't we ever hear Dr. Ellis on FreeThinkRadio? Well, you've just listened to like an hour of why you don't hear Dr. Ellis on Freethink Radio. I don't.
But you'll still hear him on FreeThink Radio again, I'm sure. Nevertheless.
Yeah, when people want to talk to me on FreeThink Radio, but I don't go out of my way very often. I'm buying a new guitar, so I might play it a bit in the daytime. So yeah, that's when you'll hear me. Is like when there's no other scheduled shows, I might hijack it for like a half hour or something to do something stupid, but yeah, I don't schedule shows, because the minute I schedule a show, it's all over. You know what I mean? Like, I instantly lose that time I thought I had to do a show. So.
All right. Well, that was the history of FreeThink Radio up to the present.
In a nutshell.
And some, like, vague looks into the future.
Yeah. If you want, we can come back and do a small follow-up, but I think that's...
Well, yeah, you know, if something crazy or significant happens, we'll definitely have to do like a follow-up at some point.
Commenters, or if anybody asks a ridiculous question.
Oh, absolutely. That kind of goes without saying for all the time.
I will come back to answer ridiculous questions.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of ridiculous questions.
FreeThink Radio will answer your questions.
Yeah. I'm not saying like feed the trolls or anything like that, but I will answer some pretty ridiculous questions.
And you can send those questions to FreeThink Radio Twitter or FreeThink Radio email.
Well, just in the comments to
or
this
in
video.
the comments to this video. Well, I don't know.
I guess.
If you're hearing this maybe streaming on FreeThink and you're not watching it on YouTube.
Well, if they're listening to it on FreeThink, then that means I've uploaded it and it's got a scheduled time and stuff, and then there would be an IRC chat box that you would think I would be in right now.
Right. So that's another way.
Yes. So I'll probably be, if you're listening to this on FreeThink Radio, then yes, I am in that chat box listening to myself make an ass of myself.
All right, good enough.
All right, that's it. I'm Dr. Ellis.
Thanks, everybody.